Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So basically I have been filming, but I haven't been filming in a form of a vlog. So I thought we can sit down and look at the last few weeks, what has been happening, because there has been happening quite a bit. But I was all over the place and I just did not feel like take the camera and do actual vlog. So the first thing, and that was I think start of November, my best friend Kat, she actually organized an amazing party where I knew probably half of the people and I met so many amazing women, literally like the creme de la creme of London kind of women that hustle and juggle, and that was amazing. And I absolutely love the idea that she organized the party to that sort of level. We had a DJ that actually played saxophone at the same time. Women were dressed up. We had a chef that was preparing basically the most insane tacos. I will link her Instagram or something below if any of you would like to maybe use the services. It was just amazing. We had a guy that was making cocktails. It was like a proper party where you organize with catering, and it was just amazing. I think it was just maybe around 25 of us, and I love that it was women only. So I met so many new ladies that are absolutely kind of right up my street. I had so much fun. I was trying to be, because it was I think during the week, I think Tuesday, I was trying to obviously get home early, just because obviously I have a 11-month-old and a 6-year-old. But other than that, I love dressing up. I was wearing amazing trousers from May Moda, which I can also link down below, but I will try to basically insert as much as I can. Some of the footage is basically in the same format as you're watching now, some of the is more in the stories format, so I'm gonna basically put it on the side. Now the next event I went to was with the Fragrance Shop UK, and I wanted to mention this because I filmed quite a bit and it was kind of that first event. It wasn't the first one, but one of the first that really got me into the Christmas mood. Like, it was beautifully decorated. There was a choir in basically period clothes that were singing very, very old school traditional Christmas songs, and I loved it. And I was there with Nessa. They took lovely images of us, and it was quite fun to let her just to crawl around and really enjoy it. There were some amazing fragrances, including brands like Hugo Boss, Barber, Paco Rabanne. So it was really nice to basically get a bit of taste, and they had basically this bar that was in the vibe of like Alpine resort. So they had basically these carriages that you would basically go on the snow lift up, that you could kind of sit down, take pictures. They had mulled wine, which I didn't want to have just because obviously I was it was the day that there was a train strike, and I was like, I'm not risking this getting even a little bit tipsy with a little girl in the buggy. So yeah, I gave up and basically I treated myself, I think, to some mulled wine later at home, because it really got me in the mood, and I've been on the mulled wine wagon since and really just enjoying it, because I'm trying to enjoy like pre-Christmas kind of period so much earlier than usually, just because we're gonna go to Czech Republic, and I just love anything London does and the big cities, so I really wanted to enjoy that. And then somewhere in between I went and I had a haircut at one of my favorite salons, Andrew Joe's in London, which you can find on Rathbone. Is it Rathbone Place? It's just basically off Charlotte Street. And yeah, they did cut it shorter than I wanted, but I keep saying to myself I'd rather have a healthier, shorter hair than damaged and long one. I'm still basically trying to grow it as it was when I just had Liam, and when I was pregnant with Liam, which was so long and beautiful. And I'm trying different serums, massages once a week, because I just can't do the whole every day, and washing, I don't think personally it's really good for the hair. I started to do derma rolling once a week, so let's see where it's gonna take me. Taking all the different vitamins, but yeah, I will also put maybe You probably have seen it all over the socials because I put it on TikTok, I put it on my Instagram as well, but in case you haven't, I will just put down some clips when I went to the salon and what the hair kind of looked like afterwards. And then I definitely have to mention this. So you have seen the amazing trousers from May Moda, which is a new startup brand from Czech Republic. They use incredible material. So basically they source in the same place as brands like Maison Valentino. So they're all about basically good quality and kind of unique fabrics. And I was wearing the trousers to my friend's party, and so many of you guys loved it on TikTok, so many of you guys loved it on my Instagram as well, and they've actually asked me to be their new face. So yes, at the age of 40 I'm doing a bit of modeling. I've never considered myself to be some sort of huge model, but I've done a few jobs, and that was something I was flirting with for many years. I was in conversations with really big agencies, but it just never really worked out. You know, this video is not about it. Why yes, why not? There were many factors to it, but I've always enjoyed it. It was something I did on the side, even a little bit in London, but that was probably not my sort of journey. But nevertheless, I absolutely loved modeling now for May Moda. It was so much fun. I've got so much beautiful content. You probably may have seen it on my Instagram, the first image from the campaign, which is also on May website. And obviously, as a result of a great photographer, makeup, hair, you know, styling and everything, the image looks like, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, yes, that's a lot of work to get that sort of result, but it's normal in that sort of area of work, in modeling and styling and fashion, to get a good result. I mean, after behind every image there is so many factors. That's why what you see in the magazines and now probably online, even there's many online editorials, it is probably looking very immaculate because obviously there's a Photoshop involved. So I'm very happy with the result, but ultimately, you know, when people are commenting, I know I can never maintain that sort of level of content, and I don't think it's also probably the direction I would want to go, but it's nice to actually have that. And I was thinking to myself, I can look back and be like, okay, I was 40 and I've done this, and actually the result is lovely. So I may put in some of the maybe clips again we've done, because I think I filmed everything more in the format for like stories and TikTok and Reels, but there's going to be quite a bit of that on social media. So we're waiting now for more images to come from the photographer, but I truly enjoyed that. It was a wonderful day. I've always enjoyed this sort of work, unless you're very sick. I mean, there were times where I had when I was on a job and I had a high fever and it was nightmare, and all I was dreaming of was to go to bed and just, you know, have a lot of paracetamol when you feel really sick. And there's time when you cold, there's time when you're hot, when you're modeling, there's time when you don't fit in your clothes, there's time, like all the wonderful things that can happen. But I just really enjoyed it. It was a nice day and really lovely team, which worked really well together. So yeah, that's quite unusual for me to kind of talk about it and, you know, do something like that after so many years. But I thought I'm going to basically share that with you as well, because I'm very happy with the result and I feel so honored that they asked me. The next one, and this is honestly going to be such a catch up, but with some sort of footage, is I decided after all that hype about Dyson airwrap to go and basically pay one of those blow dries, wash and blow dry you can have in their store at Oxford Street, and I fell in love. Again, I'm gonna put some footage in there, and I'm still planning to edit like a longer TikTok, but I absolutely love what it did to my hair. I fell in love with the supersonic Dyson as well, just because of very low noise, very low heat, the hair after it, and especially with one of the extensions the hairstylist used on me. It just blown me, like what it has done to my hair and how the hair behaved. So my hair is curly, it's very thick, it's frizzy. So very often the frizziness is there, and especially at home, I just don't manage to that extent when a hairstylist would do it. So I'm in a high hope that maybe the airwrap together with the supersonic would give it to me. And now I'm thinking, is that something I want to invest in? I think yes. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it immediately or maybe ask for Christmas. I don't know, but I'm absolutely obsessed. And if you guys have got split mind and maybe you're not sure about the whole Dyson mania, I would recommend, if you can, just try to book it. You just basically go on the Dyson website and there is like booking services. I think before it was for free, and when I posted it on Instagram, people from Czech Republic and other countries were mentioning it is actually free in their country. It wasn't just Czech Republic. I think somebody messaged me, I think, was it from Australia? I can't remember, but yeah, they were basically ultimately saying it's free. And it used to be the case as well. It's just basically to demo the product and show you what it can do. But I think it's a really, really lovely way how to firstly try it, how to see if that is something you want to invest in, because yes, we are going to, well, we are in the middle of economic crisis, and not everybody can justify spending £500 on a product like that. My thinking behind it is because I'm trying to grow the hair, and obviously heat does damage the hair as well, but at the same time I'm using heat because of what I'm doing and creating content, and I don't want to basically have my hair in a bun like today for each video. So yeah, you want to style it, you want to look nice, and I'm thinking, is that something maybe long term that could help me to grow the hair, because I wouldn't expose it to that much heat. But I've never seen, and if you guys came across, maybe message me in the comments below, have you guys came across maybe somebody showing the long-term effect in terms of the hair health and the growth of the hair of the Dyson airwrap? I would like to definitely see that and watch it and kind of understand a little bit more from that point of view. Next thing we were doing that was more with kids, I was actually invited for an opening night of something called Lightopia Festival. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. If not, I'll just put it on the screen and it will be linked down below. It's happening at Crystal Palace. I've mentioned it many times. I live in southeast London, so it's not far away from us, and I loved it. It was so much better than I expected. The only downside was obviously you have to go at night, and Nessa was quite tired, so she was crying a little bit in the buggy. However, I really, really loved it. It was so well done. It's actually quite extensive, quite long, so you do this trail, the walk, and there's more and more beautiful things, and there is stores as well. So there is stores you can eat, you can try German bratwurst, you can try mulled wine, there's burgers, and it's giving you also that Christmas atmosphere. And towards the end, although it doesn't look like that at the start, they would have like different themes, like a circus. They would have, I think there was a bit of Halloween as well still, but towards the end you have got more like Christmas lights, and that was just really lovely, especially at this time of the year. I think it's definitely worth to go, even for adults, but definitely with children. I can highly recommend it. I don't think the tickets are overly pricey, so again, something really lovely I have done with the kids as well. And the last thing I'm going to mention, on Saturday I went to Notting Hill. I was invited, and I'm very grateful. Anytime I'm offered like a facial, especially if they offer it to me at the weekend, I'm running, because I love to try these new things. I've been mentioning it many times, I'm not happy with my texture. I've never been happy with my texture of the skin. I have got still adult acne. It's not bad, it got better. I had a bit of eczema, so it's been all over the place. I think it's definitely hormonal and genetics as well. So I wanted to really try this. Now basically it's this machine, Geneo. I think it comes from US, but I don't want to be wrong. I'm going to link it down below, in a place called Coconailbar. It's on Portobello Street, right at the end. So it was very busy. I haven't been actually to the Portobello Market on Saturday for so long. So yeah, going through the crowds wasn't the most pleasant thing, but the facial was amazing. They would have like different capsules they would use for the facial, and I went for the balancing one, which is for adult acne and for texture. So you would have several steps. I think the machine is being used in several steps, but there also is manual extraction. And one of the steps where I felt really good afterwards was like a deep exfoliation, where they use the machine, and also they've used a product that contains charcoal as well. And I really felt like with the machine, it's going into the deeper layer of the skin and really exfoliating, which is just what I needed. I'm really hoping, so today is Monday, so I'm on a day 2nd. Normally these sort of facials really show like day 3, like more glow, better texture. So I'm really hoping for that. And the last step was massage, which was also with machine. I personally do prefer like a hand massage, but that was part of it, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I think at the moment they run even a competition, so I think if you tag coconailbar on the stories, they will reshare it, and that automatically basically enters you to their monthly kind of giveaway of this sort of facial. So maybe that would be the way to try, but I will link it down below so you can guys maybe check it out. Okay guys, and the last thing I wanted to mention, I'm creating a lot of Black Friday content. So anything I think may be relevant, things like gift guides, Black Friday tips, I'm gonna link below in the video so you guys can have a look. You can guys also find amazing deals on my Amazon shop, and I'm sharing a lot on Instagram. So if you don't follow me guys, head in there, because for example yesterday I bought something I've been talking about for many years, and that was just because I was creating content for you guys. So I bought a projector. I've been talking about it for so many years, my family knows, and I never was like, I can't justify, you know, 200 to 300 pound purchase just for something you may not use every day. You may, but you may not. But I'm thinking basically my husband doesn't want a TV in the bedroom, whilst I love it, but also I'm thinking maybe like a summer cinema, you know, use it in the garden, and we can also use it for Halloween. And I found one with really nice reviews that was discounted for 229 for 67 pounds. So that was a no-brainer. And when I looked today, it was already 90 pounds. So sometimes they have just got on the day those sort of offers, but there's incredible offers. So I will link down my Amazon shop. I think it's always linked there. And also obviously don't forget to check my Like to Know It. I'm going to share like edits of different Christmas ideas. And I will try to obviously push as much content as possible, because I personally myself, I feel so overwhelmed. Firstly, creating it. Secondly, it's just so much coming from all different influencers, because it's the biggest kind of shopping time of the year. Everybody's creating Black Friday, and I'm personally myself waiting still to get some presents in the office, because why not? Last week it was full price. After Black Friday it's going to be back to full price, so why not to use it now and save yourself? It's usually around at least 30 pounds, if not more, on really good presents, when you know this is your or maybe only window, like a week in the year to actually get that. So I'm waiting to get something for my best friend for her 40th, and you know, things like that. So I'm still kind of keeping an eye what's coming and waiting with certain brands basically to drop the discount codes and offers. And I got myself actually a few bits on Amazon. One, unless I was just playing with, so I don't know where it ended up, but I got, and every time I Google basically skin texture, one products from Paula's Choice, and I will link it below, because I honestly don't know where she put it. She just comes here and maybe I'm setting up or doing my makeup, and she starts to play with everything, so everything is a mess. I give her my makeup bag, she's looking what things are, so I think it ended up somewhere in here in this mess which she created. Anyway, so it was the exfoliator from Paula's Choice, so I'm really keen to try. It's like a small packaging, which is great for me to try. Second thing I got is one of my hero products. They also stock different brands from Charlotte Tilbury to Rodial. I got the banana rollator. I'm actually wearing it today, and I'm so happy to have this back. It's just such a good product. It's, if you ask me now, like my top 5 products, this is gonna be there. It is unbelievable. I simply love it. And then TikTok made me buy it, but I bought heat rollers. That is not something I will probably use daily, also talking about heat, but I really want to try it, because on TikTok there's so many videos like how to use heat rollers, but it really, when the girls do it and when they do it well, it's the proper Cindy Crawford 90s big bouncy hat, and I really want to try it because I love that sort of finish. I love that sort of glam, and I love it on my hair as well. So I picked this Babyliss one. I will also link it down below, and maybe I will link some that could be on offer because it changes all the time. But you can always basically browse through the Amazon shop. There's now going to be a way but everything just takes time. I'm trying step by step. There's going to be also a way where you can link a different video. So for example, if I was to create a video on TikTok with Amazon products, you can do it there. You can do like shop the photo, different styles. And I actually have got quite a few things, presents from Amazon arriving over this week. I've actually found a perfect knit in the Black Friday deal as well, which I got myself and for my mum because it had amazing reviews and it was such a that classic piece. So I'll also link it down below, despite I can't show you guys, and they have it in several colors. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of that casual, but you can dress it up maybe with some sequin skirt, you know, up to you. So yeah, I will guys link it as always, and I think I will leave it at this. A nice catch up with some sort of footage so you guys get an idea, just me sitting and chatting to you. And if you guys got to the end, I would love if you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and hopefully I will see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.